It don't matter, yo.
It do matter.
Yeah, it matters very little.
Y'all don't be knowing the half. When I say stuff like this, y'all get real offended. But this is nothing but cold hard facts that your mammy didn't teach you.
On my mama.
What the fuck is up with the motherfucking business is? Cold Hard Facts Podcast, episode 167. I am here.
20 more episodes, so I can say it. 20 more episodes. I'm grimy. I'm greasy.
Wow.
167, send the bitch to heaven, young man. It's the one they call Kuda Buggin. No longer fuck sisters and cousins, but y'all get the point.
Man, y'all know who it is. You know, I took off for a while. I had to get my mind right, you know. But you know, it's the certified Martin boy. I come around like Martian May, kick me with your bitch like Kid and Play. It's Martin Madness. How y'all feeling? I'm sipping off that Disbelief tequila at all your local liquor stores. Make sure y'all grab a bottle.
We are not sponsored by them.
We not, but we can be. Trust me.
It is smooth though. It is smooth.
Smoother than
unfortunately, brother Silky Johnson could not join us today.
He can't attend this barbecue.
But he will be here next week.
Right.
And we gonna fry his ass next week.
Tune in next week. As long as you tune in, that's all that matters.
Man, if you ain't watching us, what you really watching?
Exactly.
What you really doing?
So we got
can't beat your beat all your life.
We got a lot to talk about because we done missed y'all last week. So yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. We can talk about this damn Drake album.
Before we talk about Mr. Mid, Mr. Mid October, and Mr. Midwest, I know y'all heard about Pop Smoke and what happened to his gravesite.
Yeah.
To sum it up, I don't care what beef you carry over, what gang you in, none of that shit. The foulest shit is to disgrace the dead. Come on now.
Exactly.
I'm coming from a place where, like, I just recently lost one of my homies a couple months ago. I lost my granddad some years ago. And the fact is, like, anything like that, like you see that shit, you don't understand what shit people might go through or see that. How you think his family feel? Like, if the beef is over, the beef is over. Because who you beefing with? At that point, you beefing with God. Because God is up there, and that's the only person that's really going to handle that shit. Because there's nothing else to be done.
Right.
So let that man rest. Leave that shit as is. If y'all the ones that set up the hit, then be happy that y'all got what y'all wanted. But other than that shit just was foul to me. I had to speak on that because that shit kind of really pissed me off. I don't understand why motherfuckers got to do certain unnecessary shit to people that can't really do nothing about it.
Right.
Like the fuck is to y'all?
World done changed, man. It's all about clout chasing.
Man, did Corona really fuck y'all head up like that, though?
Yeah, they must have had the Corona.
Man,
recuperated.
Y'all done drunk a couple of Coronas and thought that was cute. Nigga, that shit not cute.
It's all about clout chasing these days, man.
That shit, that's the worst clout. Because all you gonna do is be in the cell with the guys that done went there before you and had turns getting butt fucked. Man, that shit baffles me.
Motherfuckers killing each other and bragging about it.
Man,
people convicting themselves, like that shit is stupid.
I ain't never met motherfuckers that really want the clout off of killing motherfuckers for pointless reasons, or just because somebody else in their group don't like them.
I mean, the point is to if some shit go down, the point is to get a body, not to brag about the body. You know, that's the world is lost.
You got the mission done, leave the mission done. You don't add on to the shit.
Motherfuckers is accident, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers is accident shooters, accident killers. Like,
man,
y'all did it on purpose. You wouldn't brag about it.
Y'all are acting as like y'all real life doing something. What y'all really doing is just setting yourself up for failure.
I mean, you don't want to set yourself up, man.
I don't understand.
Don't play yourself like they say.
Man, you feel me? Like, y'all playing yourself like y'all playing the game at the crib. G.
And you know the podcast is back full effect when you hear
in full effect, and if I'm not mistaken, we live on the recording right now. Is we not?
Yeah,
Is we not? Come on now, we come to y'all fresh and clean, dude. I try my best to wear my best attire, so y'all don't think I'm some bum ass nigga every day.
You're right.
No,
man, y'all don't need to see my face. Y'all see it on on my
we gonna turn the
YouTube.
camera on him eventually.
You'll be out here.
He act like he missed the who the fuck the Power Rangers had telling them shit in the Mighty Morphin thing.
I forgot.
That's who this nigga is.
Bald dude, he was like a cloud looking nigga.
Man, that's how this nigga
DNA is not playing TV. You seen it before in person and shit.
Nah.
In the flesh. I'm not playing TV. I'm not academics.
No.
No, they showed their face eventually, but yeah, man.
Man.
Y'all seen my face before. But so let's talk about this Drake album first.
So you talking about Mr. Mid-October?
Yeah, man.
You sure you don't want to talk about Mr. Midwest first?
I mean, we already talked. Me and Kuda already talked about it. Though.
Okay.
So you can. I mean, if you want to talk about it,
okay. I'll sum it up real quick. So Donda. As far as a collective, Donda. I like the ideas. I like the message. It was really real life for his mama and his spiritual journey. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Was the album mid? Very much so. But here's why. It's a taste for everybody. Of course, if you compare it to Drake and his album, they're not two different brackets. One was a spiritual journey. The other one was a longer awaited album, even though he dropped an album the year prior. But I digress. The album did what it was supposed to do. It got his message across. He did what he did. He expressed how he felt.
It was a audio counseling session.
Pretty much, yeah. I say that. It's like if you really need like something to listen to as you're like working through clearing your mind or like you're really thinking of some shit, that's something to think about because it's just music. That shit was strictly just like music for like your inner thoughts. That's what I took that as. But was it too long? Hell yeah, yay.
That's what made it mid.
Man, yeah, if you kept it down so like I like 14 and the deluxe was like 20, you would have been solid. But 28, 27, but I ain't mad at you because honestly, I don't really even think it's your fault.
Y'all chasing them streaming sales.
No, it ain't even his fault because he didn't even release that on his own accord. So I'll let that be because that wasn't even your fault. I understand. The label tried to take you down. Whatever.
mm-hmm.
Now,
I mean, sometimes you got to deliver on what people are asking you to deliver on.
I mean, yeah, but you can't.
He's finna go on. He look like he's finna go on tour.
But think about it.
The album out.
But think about it. Let's say he did though. He was doing it the right way. He didn't have to release an album. He didn't release an album yet. People were expecting it, and every city he went to, motherfuckers wanted it. Motherfuckers wanted Kanye to be there because this man real life built his house in Chicago in the middle of the arena. He was really having people sit on the porch like they was his homies. This nigga had Marilyn Manson sitting on his porch like he was with the gang, G. Come on now. Ain't too many niggas doing that shit.
Right.
Think about that. You had Ruger, Marilyn Manson, The Baby, Kanye. Who else was featured on that was out there? All that shit, right? I digress. I ain't even think about the features because it was a decent amount. 5 Foreign, I think it was another one. Anyway, you had all them sitting out there entertaining people and all he's doing is basically just a live listening party.
Was Dirk at any one of them events?
I don't think so. I think it was just Ruger. As far as like Chicago representatives.
I'm gonna touch on something that's a little deeper. Chicago artists need to come together. Stop beefing. And make this motherfucking money like Atlanta doing.
I mean,
get this money, like, you know what I mean? You never, like, if Jeezy and Gucci could come together and do a couple shows together, you know what I mean? It's possible of doing it. They so busy beefing with each other. That's why Chicago can't really. We supposed to be bigger than Atlanta.
You're right, but if you really want to bring it down to how it is like that, it's because damn, there goes my phone falling on the floor. But if you really want to break it down to how it is, it comes to deeper than that. It's the fact that we're too deep into this shit already.
Yeah,
We have hit the sunken place, and we ain't coming out no time soon. We not. This shit started way before how this shit got big. This shit can start. Hell, if you really want to say that, it can start all the way back to little JoJo being killed, bro. It's a fact that like we had that nigga being killed. Keith is exiled out of Chicago because of the law. Tekashi 6ix9ine pretty much beats with every Chicago artist possible, try to make a fool out of us, and we keep acknowledging this nigga, and it's like it don't make no fucking sense.
Like we making fools of ourselves.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what it is.
We had a chance back in either 2011, 2012, 2013 when this drill shit was taking over. Before New York got it and making music like it's fucking theirs, like they invented it. Like the shit is a little annoying.
Of course. And then it goes into the New York, the UK. Hell, who's to say that Cali drill ain't coming up next? Because that's the next big city.
They just got a
Texas drill.
It's gonna take two of them, Ruga and Dirk, like because they're the biggest artists in Chicago right now. It's gonna take for them to be a bigger. They just gonna have to be the bigger man.
I gotta give Chance his credit.
But you know,
I know how you feel about Chance. I know you know. But, you want him to not be happy every day in his life. You want that nigga to show some emotion, huh?
No, he don't rap about what Dirk and Ruga rap about. Like if them two could just come together and like you know be the bigger man, stop dissing each other, dead homies and all that shit. If they could just come together, like these niggas can't even be Kanye from the city, right? So I'm sure he wanted Dirk to be at the Donda little concerts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He got Ruga there, but since they can't be in the same space, same element, same room,
it ain't working.
It didn't happen, and they missed out. How much money they done missed out on because they can't let shit go. I mean, both of them lost their closest man. Dirk lost John, Ruga lost Duck. You both lost your main man,
and he lost his brother too.
Lost your brother, you know what I mean? Lost his brother, you know what I mean? Lost his cousin, like you know what I mean? Like, what is it gonna take for you to let this shit go? I mean, you not out there on no, you not out there no more. Like you know what I mean? You ain't on Old Block. You ain't in Inglewood. You ain't in the hood no more. He ain't on 63rd no more. You know what I mean? Let this shit go.
And you know what's sad? It's the fact that they come together with more artists from not here than they do each other. Remember, we was like you said, we was running shit from 2011 to the latest 2014. That's when it all came to shit. And it's so fucked up to really think about it that Chicago could be the top talked about artists in music right now, but we're not. We're talked about for our killing, our death toll.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to.
Our COVID toll, apparently now that's a thing. But that's neither here nor there. We're not even going to talk about.
Man, y'all got to stop going into retail stores and or corner stores and shit, and being surprised by them asking you to wear a mask. Like you know, at
this point, it's been a year. It's been a year, bro.
You want the store to
it's been a year. We ain't really had no real progress.
You want the store to provide the masks for you, like you know what I mean. We've been wearing masks for like longer than a year and a half now. You should be stocked up on some masks, like you know what I mean. Put them on your face.
And you can't be mad if they want to charge you 50 cents to $1 to give you a mask, bro, because they can't keep supplying out of their own stock. Grown try and mash you up. You the one that want to come into the store.
You got to be responsible. Grown folks is not responsible for other grown folks. That's the best way I could put it.
Only thing I could suggest that may help that, it won't happen probably, but maybe add masks to a part of like Link, if that makes sense. Like you know, like you can buy food and everything on Link. Might as well be able to buy masks and hand sanitizer on them.
Look, yeah, you can find
that's another talk for another day when Kuda is political James and
y'all want
and I'm political madness, but I'm not finna do that right now. That I got a whole lot to talk about that shit right there.
Y'all can't wait for the government to take care of you.
Man, you feel me?
If you can find a way to get you a KD. You can find a way to get you a motherfucking mask.
If you can find a way to slide to your bitch crib when you ain't got no gas, no car, you can find a way to get a mask.
You niggas going
you gotta think about these things.
Y'all going to Walgreens, Walmart, Target, Kmart, all that
Look.
shit. Walmart, man. Corner stores,
You
all
said
that
Kmart.
shit.
Damn,
Yeah,
I
man.
forgot
I took
Kmart's
it
still
back.
around.
I took
Woo,
it back.
shit.
Whenever you find one, you know what I mean? Go
Man,
ahead.
it's a rarity, dog. I used to work there. I'm telling y'all make look. Snap me at I mean not snap me. Well, you can't snap me, but Instagram me like y'all going to Kmart's and shit. G. Let me see what they look like nowadays. I ain't been in a Kmart since what 2014, 15.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so
That
moving on
certified
to
Martin
that,
boy.
the CLB.
You mean
What everybody thought about that
It's
shit?
mid October. Okay. Mr. Mid October.
Mm-hmm.
I took your name, Certified Love Boy, made it Certified Martin Boy, because you got me fucked up, Drake. You got me fucked up. You can't be doing this. You did this with Scorpion. Now you want to do it with Certified. Well, no, you ain't do it. I'll take it back. You ain't do as bad as you did on Scorpion. Scorpion, that's. I was ready to fight you, Drake. I don't even know
Same
you.
as this one, uninspired.
No, it wasn't uninspired. It definitely wasn't. It was like more like I'm here still. I'm here still. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here still.
Yeah, man.
It gave you the same old
So
great intro and great outro and a sprinkle of good shit in between. That's the way I look at it.
That's what send me off about these albums, man. The intros. You be thinking like you finna hit some shit. Then you get to track 2 and 3 and 4 and they be like, nah.
it's like you got hype like, okay, Drake, you hit me with some shit. Then it drops down and be like, well, Drake, what the fuck is this? It's like I had too many. If you coming back or you still let me know you here, you gotta come like you coming here. Like you gotta let me know that you here, bro.
Like Champagne Poetry was cool.
I even like Poppy's Home. Most people didn't really like that. I did.
That shit was garbage.
Now look, it depends on what you're looking for. I wasn't looking for it like that. I kind of gave that, like, I really see how Drake tries to, maybe, I don't know if y'all see it like that, but I see, like, sometimes when Drake does his album or certain songs, he do bring a certain Wayne vibe to his songs. Like, I see, like,
Oops.
Poppy's Home. It's like, and it's ironic, like how like the Carter 4 re-released with his deluxe. I see like how he did Poppy's Home to like maybe like one of the intros were like, or one of the interludes and stuff like the stuff that he had on Carter 4 where he had everybody on there. Like
I guess.
Dissect every record. Can we do it? We ain't did that in a minute. Can we do that?
Yeah. Champagne Poetry was good. Poppy Song.
not your favorite.
And I don't even want to talk about it.
It got to. It got to.
It was cool, but you know.
Girls Want Girls. That was
This
alright.
is when it fell off.
You said that's when it fell off.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, because I was pissed at that. This nigga gonna say so. My girl like girls. I do too. Drake, shut the fuck up. Stop talking to me.
Rappers, your girl like girls.
She's talking about some. She said she a lesbian. I'm one too. Come on, Drake.
The lines of your girl like girls, your girl got a girlfriend.
Drake,
all rappers. That
We not 16 trying to flirt at girls.
Not
like
just
this,
him. All rappers. That line is played out.
You hear me? This not high school. This not early college where we say this experimental bullshit to bitches and they think this is cute. That's not cute.
You know what I mean?
That's not cute.
We get it. Y'all fuck bitches and your bitches fuck bitches. We get it. Y'all been telling us this for 10 years now. We get it. I understand. You know what I mean? Y'all like lesbian hoes. We get it. You know what I mean?
The last time I was okay with a song like this was from Jeezy. And he said, I need me a lesbian, a girl that like girl. Y'all remember that shit, now, y'all?
Right.
Yeah.
We hit skip on that shit. But look.
Damn! Nah! Hold on, you not finna do Jeezy like that, fool. That's off the Trappin' Ain't Dead.
Yo.
You not finna play like, oh, nah. I discussed that with you. Like,
in the Bible? In the Bible?
Look.
I did like that because I really
like that
thought,
shit.
only reason why I liked it is because I wasn't expecting Dirk and Giveon to be like a mesh or an album a song that I was gonna really like, because I was like, that's a weird collab.
It would have been cool, you know, if Dirkio would have finished his verse, you know.
I think he did finish it. I put it like this. I think when it comes to Drake-esque songs, you don't want to put too much in there for Drake, because it's put like this. It's like a reverse Kendrick logic. If you got Kendrick on a song, you know how Kendrick's gonna come. You know how he's gonna take over. You don't want to be caught into a Control S mode where like you come in with super hot fire at the beginning just for that shit to get throttled and destroyed, and you also don't want to be the creator of the Boondocks theme song. I'll be forgetting his name.
That verse was lazy.
That verse was just like, why am I last? I shouldn't have been last at all.
Shout out to his girl in cosmetics thing. You know what I mean? I get it. I mean, all love to her. You feel me? Love to him, love to her. But you know, finish your verses.
No.
Don't be lazy, man.
I hear you.
That wasn't even a full 12 bars. You gotta at least give a motherfucker 12 bars. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you can slide with 8 if you have. Put it like this. I put it like this. You can slide with shorter verses if your punchlines and your keywords are in there. If you got relatable shit and punchlines in there that motherfuckers gonna remember, then you solid. But if you just saying some shit just to get a verse out, then it's gonna sound ass.
I get it. Drake make you wanna sing. Love all.
I'll give you this. Jay-Z gave him a better verse than he gave Kanye. That's real life it.
Facts.
That's real life it.
This what makes this how you know Jay the GOAT though. He gave them both mid verses. You can tell Jay didn't try hard.
I mean,
his verse was still better than his competition.
Put it like this. It's like if you really you gotta take it back to like Nas and Jay-Z days. Nas, if he was on the song, he would have gave you a whole 16 and then some. Because Nas, for some reason, feel like he got to keep pushing on the gas and he got to keep going when he does the album. Jay-Z, billionaire, has damn near everything. Has the woman that damn near everybody wants. At the time, not now, but at the time.
I mean, depending on what generation you in.
He living life. He living La Vida Loca. This nigga doesn't have to give me anything anymore. He's giving me enough. Mm-hmm. He's been in the game since we still had Biggie and Pop.
I mean, is it a thing like if Jay-Z, if you a big Jay-Z fan, this ain't got nothing to do with the album.
Right, well, hold.
But if you a big Jay-Z fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you grew up liking Beyonce, like, you know. Once he got married to her, like, am I the only one that just see her as an auntie now? Like,
no, you know, you're right. You really only gonna you only really gonna see Beyonce that way. How do I word it? You only really gonna see Beyonce that way if you want to, if you grew up from that generation. Like, you grew up and then you grew up listening to Beyonce and shit like that. Like, I say probably like people born from 90 on gonna still see Beyonce as that way. Mm-hmm. Anybody from like past, I want to say after like 95, that's when they gonna start seeing it that way. They gonna start seeing it as like, you know, oh, that's Auntie B. That's my fine ass auntie, shit like that.
Alright, Fair Trade.
He gave us the most meme quote out of all time in that one.
What was that?
What the fuck he say? I had less friends. I started cutting all my friends and I felt better or some shit like that.
I mean, we go.
Way Too Sexy.
This was like
the most played out song, but that's still my favorite song. I ain't gonna lie, because I just like dancing to that. Too Sexy.
That's what it makes.
Well, Fair Trade was alright to me. Way Too Sexy was just like laughable. It was just laughable.
TSU song with 2 dark skins on it.
Pretty much. TSU though.
That's where it got good again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what he said. I've been losing friends and finding peace. But honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me. I bet you everybody and their mama from the album's release date to about mid 2022. One bitch, one female. I'm gonna say I ain't gonna disrespect y'all because not all y'all.
You already said bitch.
I mean, okay, let me phrase it.
Shout out to the women out there.
Shout out to the women, right? There's some bitches out there.
Some bitches and there's some hoes. There's some hoe bitches. You feel me?
You hear me? But I guarantee you, one of y'all.
Yes, it can see you, bro.
You hear me?
Hey yo,
You should have flipped it so we can see ourselves.
No, it won't even rotate all the way. It only rotates halfway. Oh yeah, good.
oh shit.
There you
I
go.
knew it. Because I was like, they don't have it set like that where you can't.
Oh, okay. Well, then y'all good. We back recording.
So where you leave off at?
TSU.
That, like I said, that's when the album like picked up its pace where motherfuckers was like, oh, okay, like if you put it like this, if you listen to music on constant, that's probably, or like you a music connoisseur, and you felt the same way like how me, DNA, and Kuda felt about this album. This is where you see the album kind of picked up a little bit because you was like, okay, TSU's a vibe. Everything else was kind of like for like fan appeal at the beginning. You had your features, you had all the stuff you've been wanting to hear, da da da. And then
In too deep.
oh my
Y'all
God.
they playing the beat switches out.
No.
See,
They're playing
my
Drake and
issue-
Future being together out.
my biggest issue with In Too Deep is like,
I thought In
You-
Too Deep and thought it was gonna be good.
right? I thought it. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was gonna be good. But see, these beat switches is unnecessary. They always do it, and it never works. Grammy family or Grammys, that didn't work. Life is Good didn't work. What else?
And whoa!
Life is Good was trash.
Whoa!
Life is Good was trash.
Wait!
Life is Good was trash.
Wait!
Second half of
Oh, wait!
Future part was in
Wait
there.
a minute. Hold on.
I just didn't need that
He
beat
done
switch.
started something with me now. Hold on. So you ain't like Life is Good at all?
No.
She's in love with who I am. No, wait, that's Drake and Travis Scott. Excuse me. Working on the weekdays like usual. No?
Okay, the first half with Drake.
So you the first half and you the second half.
I mean, I like both parts. But, you know,
Okay, now put them together.
I can
no
understand why.
See, the
Hit.
it messes up because it's one song and two, and I don't need that from them two.
No,
Because in the beginning they didn't give us that. They gave us Drake and Future's World. That's what they gave us in What a Time to Be Alive. They never-
because Future's the collab king. That's what I
right,
said.
but yeah, like I wouldn't. I'm not happy with the. Oh, I'm about to switch to Future World. Oh, I'm about to switch to Drake World. Oh, I'm about to.
Here's the issue.
No. Nah.
Drake don't. I mean, Future don't really have the ability to jump in Drake's world, so he can't get on every type of beat that Drake can get on.
Okay, I give you that. Because
I don't know about that
I'm
one.
finna say.
I don't know about that
That
one.
pans on what I'm finna say. Because Life is Good is set like that because the beginning is more of a Drake lane, and the second part is what Future took over. And the switch up fit Future more, so that's why you heard Future on that side, and then you heard Drake on the beginning.
We not gonna act like Future never sung though.
No, you're right. But come on. But who do you prefer more?
I don't mind if they both sing.
Okay.
So
So you gonna really tell me you ready to hear auto tune?
Diamonds
about-
Dancing was them both singing
But come from your producer
and rapping.
But then come from your producer mindset right now. Come from your producer mindset. Hear me out. Your producer mindset. That beat, the beat how it is. Now you know Future's gonna need auto tune, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you add any auto tune to the beginning part of that song? That will deteriorate the beat, and you will hear less of the beat because now you got to alter to Future singing. As the word Drake, you don't need that much, or to where you'll barely hear it.
Okay.
And then on the next part, Future can just rap. But Future rapping doesn't need really much.
All right.
As to where Drake, he don't really need anything. Drake could have been on that side anyway. But you can't have Drake. It's like the Migos song he did with them. You're going to end up thinking that's Drake's song instead of both songs.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like that. You got to balance it out too, so you have to sacrifice that L. Now, what we agree at is that shit on Certified Lover Boy. No. No. That's the prime example why I said you can't have that. Because you see that beat switch and that shit sounded foul.
Right.
That shit sounded like a dirty fart.
Okay, pipe down.
I wasn't mad at it. It's kind of like an in-between there.
Yeah, it was cool for what it was. It wasn't crazy. It's too crazy. That's I guess that Yeba's Heartbreak was an interlude. Are we counting that, or are we just gonna move past it?
Interlude.
Yeah.
Oh, the Yeba thing. I like Yeba on there. I'm even if it didn't have nothing like, even if it wasn't no real song or anything like. Okay. I just like hearing the vocals. It gave like a nice break. It's like how it was on Views.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I think it was the summer's interlude or winter's break or something like that. I don't know. I forgot, honestly.
Yeah, but do.
No friends in this industry. In the industry.
Okay, Drake, we get it. You ain't got no friends. You know what I mean? You
I
been
ain't
telling
Drake.
us this last like 3-4 albums. Shit. You need to go make some or something.
Yeah.
Damn.
Know you all in that text right now, or phone, or
Knife talk.
Yeah, knife talk. We
That's
go to
my
knife
shit.
talk. Yeah,
All because of Project
that
Pat
was a
21.
Right, it was a 21 in Project Pat song.
But I gotta say one thing though. 21, you killing me with some of your verses.
Right, yeah, the bars of your verses. Yeah.
Your bars in there
Wow.
got me really thinking like, this nigga can say anything and niggas gonna like it. What that nigga say? Hold on, I gotta go to
I
it.
get where he was going with the bar.
No, fuck
but
that.
no, wait. I'm gonna admit, I get where he was going, but the thing is, you didn't have to say that. Like, you didn't have to say that.
No Kappa Street nigga, not a rapper. Chopper hit him and he turned into a booty clapper.
You can just say he turned into
what? No.
You can just say you turned into a woman. That's it. Or you can turn into a bitch.
Now you ain't no crazy. I kind of agree but think about it. The way people take shit nowadays, he probably didn't want to hear the controversial heat.
Yeah.
Because if he said turn the pussy nigga to a dyke or some shit like that, the LGBTQ would have been up in arms.
Right, yeah.
You gotta pick your words wisely nowadays, and that's scary.
Okay, 7 a.m. on the bridal path.
Power.
Anytime Drake has a song with a time and a location, is it really going wrong?
Yeah, it's not.
It gave me 4 a.m. to Calabasas vibes.
No, I feel like that beat was a little bouncy.
Well, not like that. I'm talking about the lyrics.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The beat, no. The beat has to be different because every time he does that, it can't be the same kind of thing. But 4 a.m. to Calabasas gave me something.
Race My Mind.
Skip.
He said it's a skip.
No, you're not wrong, Skip.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
Fountains.
I skipped that too.
Semi.
Damn.
Semi.
Get Along Better.
I wish we can get along and actually like that song.
Shout out to Dollar Sign.
Yeah. Why it seemed like, okay, why did the song seem like it didn't really need featuring Ty Dolla $ign because he was barely on there? Because he was barely on Jaded also.
It's because Ty Dolla $ign will always find a way to make somewhere on somebody's song.
He still got writing credit on Jaded. So why not just get writing credit and just not get the feature credit? But you still get credit. Okay, we're gonna move along.
I'll talk some extra money.
You want?
He wants some extra money. I mean, look. At this point, everybody owe Ty Dolla $ign, and let's be honest. Ty's doing this because he gonna know Drake gonna owe him now.
Right.
And you know how Ty Dolla $ign comes, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he's owed everywhere. He's owed by everybody in Future.
You only live twice?
I'd rather just stick with YOLO. I'd rather stick with the motto. In other words, I didn't like the song.
So you didn't like this song?
Didn't like that song too much.
Are you high right now?
I'm off the lick. Disbelief the killer.
Hey man, you not gonna keep. I'm gonna have to cut that out every time.
No, you're not. Cause ain't nobody getting no sponsors.
Okay, that shit was fire. I don't know what you talking about. That shit was fire. Wayne had the best verse on that whole damn song.
Shout out to Wayne and Ross.
Yeah, man, that shit was fire.
Well, Drake is like,
yeah, Drake was just there,
Does that really feel like Drake has done that a couple times through this album? He was just there.
No, because he brought his lyrical A game multiple times in this album.
He did,
not in this song.
Now what I'm just saying though, Mr. Mid-October, because we just said this about Knife Talk. It was just a 21 Savage Project Pat song.
Okay.
I didn't say he didn't bring his lyrical prowess, but does the song really feel like it's Drake's song, or is it just a Drake feature?
I felt like, okay, it was Drake's song. Just Rick Ross and Wayne did better, especially Wayne.
That's every feature on this album.
I mean, let's talk about Wayne and how he still got it. Come on, guys.
Like on Lonely, like he killed it on Lonely.
Did y'all see the music video for it?
Yes,
love it.
Yeah,
love
that was amazing.
It's Wayne, bro. It's just Wayne for me, bro. It's really Wayne got me into rapping and wanting to do play on words and shit, like, bro. Like, I know we talking about Drake right now, but we gotta talk about the nigga that actually brought in Drake. We gotta talk about Wayne. G. Think about it. It's Wayne, bro. Wayne has inspired us to get shit like this. We gotta have an episode on Wayne one day, dude.
And we have already done that.
We gotta have another one.
Maybe in the near future.
We gotta talk about his current Wayne.
What?
Because this Wayne...
What, I guess I Miss You Too? With Kid Cudi?
I just like Kid Cudi being on it. I like to have a Drake and Kid Cudi, because I wasn't expecting that.
This album should have been named I Miss You, because
this album should have been called Featuring Drake.
What the fuck is this Drake here?
Yeah.
I should have called...
We missed the old Drake. You know what I mean?
What's considered the old Drake to you?
Take Care.
Nothing was the same.
Take Care.
Anything after that, it's like,
I replayed...
If you're reading it, it's too late. It's too many,
Like, I literally, after I listened to this album, I came back to it again, but I also listened to Take Care in between. It's like, it's like I picked old album Drake versus this album Drake.
So, since we ain't got to do the last two songs, what do you rate this overall?
I guess because it's mainly because of the features and how it really came out. 7.
Okay.
But I consider that mid for Drake because the way this album was hyped and everything, you think he was going to come out better.
You
got to grade artists like Drake on a different level, and since we got to do that, it wasn't a 7. It was like, this shit was like a 5.8.
Damn!
Man, this shit was like...
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Without the features, maybe I'm in Kuda's lane, but I'm saying the features. The features.
That kind of like when all the features you get outperformed on all your features. I kind of look at that as a negative. So that's kind of like I'm gonna take points off of that. Like that's just how I grade shit.
I feel it.
If you want a person to be featured on your song, you got to know what you're getting. So you know what I mean. You should come with a better performance.
Right.
I mean, he ain't really been inspired though. This should be called "I Need Some Inspiration." That's what this album should have been called or something. It's like but he's getting it though. Cause like after the album J. Cole dropped,
and after the album Tyler dropped,
better than this. Like But he ain't really in that generation, really. Like.
No, fuck that. Hold on. No, fuck that. Hold on. Fuck that. If you want to be realistic here, Tyler's been around since 2011. I mean, think about it. He came out on the scene right there. But here's the thing. The only reason why he wasn't noticed like that is because what did we get in 2011? We got Take Care, which probably is still has songs on the chart. We have Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City. We got Cole. What's the name of it? I keep forgetting the fucking name.
The first album?
Yeah.
Sideline Story.
Sideline Story. We have these albums right here. We
have drank too much, y'all.
I ain't drunk enough. I didn't drink enough.
They still, them albums that you named is still better than any Tyler album.
You sound foolish.
Yeah,
I mean, they better. I mean, okay. Overall, they do have a better collective and better holding place.
I don't want to get into a Tyler debate because I know y'all love the guy, but you're not going to convince me that he's on the J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick level. You're just not going to.
From a lyrical standpoint, I believe he is.
Whoa.
No. Because you're not finna. Yeah.
Basically, you could put him on not on the same level as Cole, but artistically, yeah, because of they both produce and they both rap. But Tyler, he took it a step further and he directed his own videos too.
And I say it on his lyrical level because it's just the only reason why it's not looked at the same way as Cole is because it's unorthodox. It's looked at as weird.
Right.
We can't look at it like it's weird.
It's alternative rap. It's not what you normally,
Because any MC you put him on the track,
you can't always relate to it.
He matches them bar for bar.
Weird is in though, so like argument ain't gonna work.
But think about it. When he was on that, he got features with Maxo Cream, Freddie Gibbs, like real grungy rappers, and he come with the
West Side Gun.
He ain't trash. I mean, he's not ass. You know what I mean? He could. I'm just not going to put him on that level with Cole in them. Like, I can't do it.
Put it like this. I put his album over these two mid-ass albums I got from Drake and Kanye.
Yeah,
Call Me If You Get Lost was beautiful.
He's way better than this Drake. Drake is very uninspired. That's all I got from this album.
It's just like, I know I ain't trying to change your mind, but from my personal standpoint, I feel like Tyler has stepped up to the plate to where we're losing like our Mount Rushmore of rap right now. Like literally maybe a couple, like, mind you, we all old, yo. We are old. So we remember the Mount Rushmore where it was T.I., Wayne, Drake, T.I., Wayne, Kanye. Who's on Swagger Like Us? I keep forgetting it. Hov, Jay-Z. No disrespect to Jay-Z, it's just liquor. But anyway, it's the liquor, trust me. Because I remember Swagger Like Us ain't nothing. That was our Mount Rushmore of rap. Our Mount Rushmore transitioned into Drake, Kanye, J. Cole, Kendrick. Mind you, we're probably going to transition into another one.
But I have no clue who those
and I know we have no clue because the way the rap game is set up right now, you don't know where this is going to transition. But
Baby is in it, but he you don't think he's in the Mount Rushmore right now?
The only reason why I say not is because it's like he hasn't. It hasn't been a full defined that this is his lane rap.
Okay, Thug then.
I'll give you Thug. If anything, I'll give you Thug.
All right.
Because Thug kind of defined the mumble area.
Okay.
But I was like, you can't say Tyler didn't put himself in the ballot for this, and especially in the past 3 albums.
And you talking about the Mount Rushmore of now?
Of now.
I don't think so. Because he's been out, he came out like right around Swagger Like Us came out.
But think about it. That's in 2011. That's when he came out with Yonkers.
Right.
He didn't really even get no real pop of look until like Wolf.
Okay.
Think about it. Because Cherry Bomb wasn't getting him shit.
Yeah, that was.
Cherry Bomb was just for all the OG Tyler fans.
Okay, well let's move on.
Now, much more of now.
Of now, dude.
I'm not.
We'll discuss this. It's gonna take a while before we get to that 4. It's gonna take a while before we get an initial 4.
We'll discuss this another time.
It's gonna take a while before we get an initial sign and set 4.
Let's move on now.
I'm gonna believe that he's gonna be in there.
This Baby Keem. Did anybody? Well, I know me and Mark did.
It was tolerable.
Wow. I mean, I see where he's coming from.
No disrespect to him.
No. Look. I see it like this.
Do you see that his influence, like over the years? Have you seen what he did? TDE wise.
I see the progression.
He definitely been around them guys.
Okay.
You can tell.
He definitely has Kendrick influences.
That's what make his like. His music is not like his lyrics and shit is not really for me.
Right.
But he's not trash because he been around some guys that can actually rap.
Right.
So I get this is why his album is not booty. But if he wasn't around them guys,
okay, so he's
trash.
He's good enough to get a 2-song to 3-song listen out of you.
Yeah, if he wasn't,
Okay.
If he didn't have the right mentors, like it's clearly them guys been mentoring him. So
right.
If they wasn't his mentors, this would be another,
And he not wrong, but I see it more so like Keem is definitely in the right direction. And if I'm not mistaken, if Kendrick says about him being his last album with TDE, it's because they probably grooming to throw Keem on TDE.
No, he's already under PG Lane. That's Kendrick's label. I don't think it's just a label either.
I'm aware it's his underling of TDE, but I mean like to run with like the J-Rock, the Schoolboy, the SZA.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm saying like like if you want to take the wrestling standpoint, like you on NXT, but you have on the main roster.
Right. Okay.
I'll say this is Keem's like coming out to the main roster party.
After yesterday, NXT is the main roster. Well, that's all I'm
Nah.
Okay. What you rate this? This
Keem. Everything pretty much getting a 7 out of me right now because I ain't feeling no 9s or 8 or 10 albums right now. I'm feeling 7s. I'm really feeling 7s.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's real life something because it's not bad though because he came correct. He got one of the rappers we ain't heard from in years.
Right. Giving
him solid grade A features.
Top of the morning.
Smoking on your top 5 tonight. Type shit. We getting this type of shit. And then King came in there with Do-Rag Activity with Travis Scott, and then he had the Don Top. His features was on point. Mm-hmm. His lyricism was cool, but it's like he gives me Roddy Ricch vibes, but when he goes into his singing and his melody vibes, they go on a little longer than I want them to. It's like I kind of lose interest a little. But they're solid at the end of the day. It comes in, it makes you feel like, I can vibe with this. Maybe the song shouldn't be as long in my mind, but it's still a solid album. Not bad for like your first big one, I guess. Right. Because like he caught my eye when he dropped Orange Soda. Mm-hmm. And then had his album, and then like now you really have people, because a lot of people didn't know Kendrick was his cousin. Now you actually got people knowing that, and you come in like how you did with Family Ties. Y'all going back to back, verse for verse. You got niggas looking at you now. So, applause to him. Solid album. I 9 times out of 10 ain't gonna lie, would probably listen to Baby Keem's album more than Certified Lover Boy, unless Way Too Sexy comes on, and then I'm too sexy for my. Then I'll probably bump in that. But I mean, other than that, it's solid all around.
Anybody listen to this comment?
It's a common interest.
It's a common interest.
It's a common interest in my mind.
Common ass still got it. Whether you motherfuckers want to admit it or not.
Man, that's really where it's at.
I know it's a different generation. Motherfuckers is young. You know what I mean? I get it. But you know what I mean? That boy still got it, whether niggas want to admit it or not. That man still got it. You know what I mean? Rhyming wise. Like, it might be it might not be people's cup of tea, like the first album people go to. But if you know what I mean, if you want to hear some songs that you go learn a lesson from, some nice bars, you go learn some shit about life, you know what I mean, and you able to still get your drink, get your smoke. You know what I mean? It's good barbecue music. Like, I don't mean no disrespect by that statement. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean?
He means that with the utmost respect.
It's good bars. But
I
like,
don't.
You know?
No, I'm just playing.
It's you know what I mean? It's coming. It's coming. You feel me? Like, what else you expect?
Yeah. What's your rating on it?
I give it, you know what I mean, from based off his last few albums. Like, this one is one of the, you know what I mean, I'm gonna give this one like an 8.
Okay.
This is a solid piece of work.
If I ain't told you once, I ain't told you twice. I swear I'm telling you a third time. I'm feeling 7s tonight. 7. 7.
Okay. So what about this versus? Did y'all check it out?
Why would I check that out?
Shout out to
Why would I check that out?
shout out to
Why would I check that out?
shout out to Remy and shout out to Ashanti. Shout out to ladies, man. All the ladies held it down. I mean, even Vita, she looked like she needed to eat a little bit.
So,
you know,
so,
you know, shout out to her.
so I hear you, but who's the main people? Who's the main people in this versus?
Well, look, I didn't really,
humor me and tell me who the main people
I'll give
is.
you an honest opinion on it. I didn't grow up on Ja Rule or Fat Joe. So I was going into it. I'm listening to every record. Most of it is my first time hearing these records.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
Besides the big joints, you know, Ja Rule got some big joints. You know what I mean? But it's not a blowout like people were saying.
Right.
It's just two different styles. That's why, like, that type of battle, it's always gonna be lopsided in people's eyes.
Right.
Unless you're a real listener. You know what I mean? So that shit was scored a lot closer. I'm gonna give it to Ja Rule. Like, I'm gonna give it to him like 11-9.
I mean,
I'm gonna score it close.
Okay.
11-9.
I mean, honestly, if you want to be realistic, it came down to, because apparently what everybody's album's been doing to it, came down to their features.
They both feature heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Ashanti really gave it to him.
And then
Ashanti really gave it to Ja Rule.
yeah, like
Did Fat Joe do Pride and Joy?
yeah.
Okay,
It didn't
cool.
get the response that he thought it was gonna get.
No,
Man, yeah, that shit was good.
I looked all through Twitter. I seen it. It's like that. I had to search for that person.
Pride and Joy was
that
that
bitch
shit,
was
though.
not trending.
Dang,
They gave another round.
That's because it was like I feel like that because that was more like Kanye influence because you know it's like 10 or 8 people on that record. It was like a lot of people because it was everybody was singing on Pride the hook I think, or because it wasn't a lot of verses. I don't remember exactly, but that song was good.
It's like
I remember that song.
I'm gonna put this into like terms for like smokers, and I'm gonna put it in a term for drinkers. This versus in the smoker's mind, this was Reggie. You see how Kuda laughed? This is the kind of smoke. He knew how he felt about that. For drinkers, this is fucking Amsterdam or Erkenjerk. This verses compared to the past few verses we done got, just was not there for me. That's why on DNA asked me about it. I said, why would I watch it?
I only watched the first half.
after Dipset in the locks, it was gonna be. We had to get this doozy out the way anyway.
Why?
The last time I heard about Ja Rule, he was
still-
doing gyro commercials, nigga, and fucking having 50 Cent buy
I still
the
don't
whole
know.
half of the front row of his concert, so no one's in there.
That 50 effect is still there if I'm going off the crowd.
Yeah,
Like, cause
it's
like
definitely there.
he had to beg for them to like really get into his shit. They didn't really get into his shit till Ashanti came out. Then he started getting the love that, you know what I mean? He honestly he deserves a little love. Like he got some records.
Don't get me wrong. He pretty much was one of our cornerstone people to listen to during the early 2000s.
You know what I mean? The What's Love, you know, he wrote that chorus. So really that point should go to Ja. You know what I mean? But you know, his artist, his hook. And that should go that point I did give to Ja.
Gyro commercial.
Right.
A gyro commercial, dog.
He go always
So-
get disrespected, but you know what I mean? Music wise, man,
What y'all
he
think?
had it.
It's 50 fault, bro. It's only 50. It's 50 Cent fault, bro. Any rapper from any rapper that 50 Cent beef with will, for some reason, take an L because 50 will never take these L's. Because ain't nobody gonna step on the 50 for some reason.
At some point, 50 got to get in the verses. He got to get in the ring, though.
Who he gonna get into it with that actually gonna get him to come out?
T.I. is a good matchup.
T.I. been doing that for weeks, months,
whether
years.
he wants to deny it or not, T.I.
See, that's what I was gonna ask y'all next. What you think the next verses could be? So,
I believe it's gonna be an R&B one next. Do I know exactly who? I'd have to think on that.
oh man, I was watching the Joe Budden podcast, right?
Uh-huh.
And he was saying it was probably gonna be like he wants Omarion to go against Trey Songz, but that would be a blowout.
Ooh.
Which way?
Whoa.
Trey Songz way. He gonna blow out.
Niggas forgot. Like,
Omarion
is not Ja Rule.
Come on now, you hear me? Come on, nigga, you hear me?
There's no.
You hear me? What?
Okay, time out. When he start playing shit from Ready.
Yeah, I get
He
you.
gonna have to play that whole album. If
He's going to have to play that whole album.
Just to compete.
Okay.
No.
Wait, you bringing in B2K?
Now you
just bringing in B2K.
All that shit.
Okay, time out though. Like, how many of those B2K hits are gonna like really hit?
Bro, like, this is a battle that ladies is gonna be watching.
I mean, Omarion can bring out Bow Wow if this verses can go on for a while.
He don't even need the Bow Wow records. I mean, look.
He gonna have to after Trey Songz going to Ready and Chapter 5 and all that shit.
We gonna know. Look, he gonna need to play Ready. He gonna need to play Pain, Pleasure. What was it?
Pain, Pleasure, Passion.
Yeah, his best two albums. So most of his songs are gonna be played from them two albums.
No, bro, Trey done had some hits too, man. Come on.
It's tweaking. Like I said,
since Trigger, man, he's been out of there.
Since Trey Songz grew his hair.
Since Trigger, he's been out of there. I mean, you can't play mixtape records like that. This ain't no rap.
Here's mine. I think we need to finally debate who's taking over. Like, well, I mean, I guess not taking over, but we need to finally settle this beef. Usher, Chris Brown.
Usher, that's easy.
Who?
Usher.
Stop it. Stop talking to me.
I know, like,
Christopher Brown.
No, man. It's
representing the VA.
It's like Chris Brown don't have an album that's better than Confessions.
The self-titled Chris Brown album.
Better than Confessions?
Yes!
Not better than Confessions, bro.
I'm in disbelief.
You in disbelief? I'm in disbelief.
They're trying to make Confessions.
You in disbelief? I'm in disbelief. Respado Tequila. Drink up, niggas.
I'm cutting all of this out.
Hey, please give me all the deleted clips then. Because,
all right.
Because I'm going to post them on my page.
It's gonna be on the audio though. That's
I don't care.
Okay, but
come on. Run it, yo. Give me that. Your man ain't me. Winner, ain't no way. Poppin', say goodbye. The right remix. Give me that remix with come on, dog.
I could just go to the Confessions album and
I just named you the Chris Brown album.
I could just run off every record. Like, it's not a bad record on that album, bro.
It's not a bad record on the Chris Brown album. Look, I grew up on Chris Brown and Usher.
That's what I'm saying.
And I ain't gonna lie.
It's gonna depend on the generation. Like, that's gonna be a generation battle.
Yeah, see.
Okay.
See, he can pull out 8701 and Confessions, and he will Chris Brown will probably get murdered, bro.
Nope. Because Chris Brown can bring out Chris Brown. He can bring out Fame.
That shit don't work. That shit ain't gonna work. I'm trying to tell you.
So you feel like Fame? So you feel like Chris Brown, Fame, and Exclusive ain't gonna work? I know they gotta work.
Chris Brown got more records, more albums. I get it, but
it's just the hits off of those. He doesn't even have to. It's the fact that you gotta think about these verses.
He's gonna have to
You gotta think about these.
Like,
you gotta
okay.
think about these verses.
They
Hear me out. Hear me out.
in Virginia.
Hear me out. Let me explain.
What's killing Burn? What's killing Burn?
What's killing Burn? It will go to the Chris Brown album. Let me see. Let me get something in that. Goodbye.
Hell no.
Goodbye will probably match Burn.
It'll match it probably. It's not killing it though.
That's the thing. They gonna have a match for each time.
Alright, what's killing Yeah?
Yo.
Hell no.
Nah, I'm tweaking. Let me stop that. Probably turn up the music then.
No, you smoking now.
You smoke? Oh my god. Okay, look. Cause y'all did this to me when we was talking about when I said potentially Chief Keef and Future can have a versus. Y'all doing this to me again.
Okay.
Y'all doing this to me again.
Good.
All I'm saying
With
is
Chief Keef and Future.
You still haven't beat Yeah yet. What's gonna be caught
run
up?
it then.
No.
Stop it.
It's like
Stop it.
It's like
It's been
barely,
a that came out in 05.
No.
Yeah, came out in what? In what year?
03? 04? 03, 04?
03, 04.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that is perfect for that.
It was bigger, bro.
Because you can transition.
Yeah, it was. What's
like-
beating Lovers and Friends then?
If this go on YouTube, y'all put in the comments who y'all think.
Yeah.
Yo, because I'm
Definitely not. You're gonna have to, bro. Lovers and Friends is a remake, so you're gonna have to. Chris Brown is gonna have to. What song does Chris Brown have a good remake of?
He doesn't need a. That's the
That's
thing. He doesn't
kill
need a
Lovers and
remake.
Friends.
He doesn't need a remake.
All right.
Literally, if you go through that,
You gotta give Usher Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so.
all I'm saying is you got to give Chris Brown his props. Mind you, this is 2005, and he came into the game. A lot of people forgot about Usher once 05 hit and Chris Brown's album came out. Cause of the names I said. Run It has Jules Santana. Yo, the video and the song itself. I don't know how many people won't sing that song right now.
Okay. They also
Give me that. Lil Wayne's remix on that. If you want to go there. Your Man Ain't Me. Mind you, as minor as they sound compared to the big hits,
the Confessions Part 2 is killing half
mind you.
of Chris Brown's first album.
Okay, check it out. Take out Confessions. Take out that album itself. What does Usher have?
He got 8701.
You don't have to call. You know what I mean?
What else?
I forgot what else.
Bad.
What else?
I forgot what else is on that.
Thank you. My point.
There's some records on there though.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, it's some records on there. Just like how you can say on the Chris Brown, there's some records on there. I'm naming you records. Mind you, they may sound minor to the big names we're naming, but 9 times out of 10, they remember those names of those songs versus those 7 or 8 Usher songs you just gave me.
Okay, I guess.
You got it.
We'll see.
I'm saying it like if
it still hasn't happened.
Because okay, the only
Because
let me be real with you. You're right. It's because of Usher's longevity that really kills kind of Chris Brown.
it's like
because his recent albums are kind of.
I think with the verses, they should continue to put same generation against same generation.
The only person I can give you for Usher right now would be R. Kelly.
It has to be Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. Probably, because they came out around the same time. And they don't have as many albums, but they hits.
When Timberlake came out, he was transitioning from NSYNC days, so he didn't really have too much for himself.
They still use songs when they was in groups.
Right?
They use songs that they produced. They use songs that they wrote. Ain't no rules in verses really, so he's gonna use all of that shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But come on now, let's be realistic. The real battle that probably people really want to see is going to be Usher and R. Kelly.
That shit ain't gonna happen.
It's never going to happen. But you get what I'm saying here. That's probably the best matchup we'll hear.
I mean, they got to do that shit live from jail.
Shit, I mean, at this point, fuck it. R. Kelly been doing everything else up in that motherfucker. He ain't coming out no time soon. Come on, my man's ran a sex hole. He's not getting out that bitch. He's not getting out.
I don't know. They gotta.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Diddy
what y'all think about? Let's move on from this versus talk.
Real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I think we need to finally have, like, we're gonna do a versus. We gotta have Jay-Z versus Nas, and we're gonna do rap category. But I want to do one with Wayne, but I don't see no one for Wayne. The only person I see for Wayne is Drake. Wayne versus Drake one was pretty interesting.
You got Wayne on that one.
I got Wayne on it, but this is finally see, like, who's gonna surpass who. Because remember, they did that on their tour together when they first was touring together.
Is,
it's still a big generation gap.
Is Wayne playing mixtape joints too?
It's versus. Anything goes.
Then I'm giving the point to Wayne automatic, because if he play just mixtape joints, he drought 2 and No Ceilings,
any drought, any sorry for
right,
Wayne.
Yeah, it's over.
I mean, yeah, but like, who do we have for Wayne? Because only other person I have for Wayne would maybe be a Ye or a Jay-Z or a T.I. And they already have they kind of set matches that we want to give them. Like I said, if you're gonna give Jay-Z, you gotta give him Nas. You clear that beef. You give T.I., you gotta give that to 50.
Yeah.
Wayne, he doesn't have. That's what I'm saying about Wayne. Wayne really doesn't have a competition right now.
Right.
As far as if he does this versus Wayne, I mean, maybe Jeezy can run it up again, but people already heard Jeezy. People already heard WAP.
Right.
You have to find somebody for Wayne, and that's why, like, you gotta go to the new generation right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we can move on from that. Did y'all hear about the stuff with Nicki? How she, like, almost got, like, kicked off Twitter?
Mm-hmm. I heard her man is, going to jail because he doesn't want to register as a sex offender.
Right, yeah, I heard about that too.
I mean, as far as Nicki goes, it's like with the Beehive, bro. You really think that the Barbs are gonna let Nicki get canceled? Nicki's not gonna get canceled, no matter what you say.
Yeah, but she said something that got taken out of context, and then the blogs ran with it on Twitter.
Why
so basically, she said something on the lines, not exactly, I'm just paraphrasing. She said something about COVID, how she's not getting the vaccine. She got to do some research, basically. And they basically, one of these blogs that, this was probably lower level on the blog, not the Shade Room, not the neighborhood talk.
It's probably a neighborhood Twitter club blog.
Right, yeah. But yeah, basically, she said, what did she say after that? I'm not against getting the vaccine. People literally have to get the vaccine to go and work. So get the vaccine if you have to get it to feed your families and stuff like that. And then she also said that her cousin had really crazy symptoms after he got the shot. Had swollen testicles and something else. Jesus. And I was like, damn. So I'm just like, man, like, stop. Like, you can't force the vaccine on nobody. Like it basically got, I guess it got manufactured in under a year, basically. So this is the last time I'm going to talk about this, but I had COVID, but I'm not rushing to go get the vaccine because I had it. Like, I'm just gonna take care of myself better. I'm gonna make smarter moves. I'm gonna move differently than I was when I got COVID.
And that goes in the same because like I like you're saying, like we had to come up with a vaccine in under a year, and I went and got it because my mother has 2 autoimmune diseases, so I don't want to take any risk of any type of thing because I'm always outside or doing something of that nature. Right. So I don't want to take any risk of messing with her. So I did the adult thing. I said, I'm not 100% sure on this vaccine. I don't know what's going to come of it, but if it looks like it's in a better sense and it helps out my mother or anything that I'm doing, I'll do it like that. And she wasn't wrong by saying that. If you have to take it, take it.
Right.
If you have to go, if you need a job or your job requires you to do that, then do it. If your job doesn't ask you to do it, just mask the fuck up. But it's like how me and Kuda Buggin was saying, like, you gotta get out the habit of expecting motherfuckers to take care of shit for you.
Right.
Like, I understand people don't like that Joe Biden is kind of like pushing the envelope on people getting the vaccine, but it's just like, it's the fact that we're not taking care of ourselves. What in the fuck are you doing? Kill the bug. Kuda Buggin out here.
Just edit that out. I killed the bug. You know what I mean?
Keep that in there. Keep that fucking in there, because my distraction off that. Anyway, but yeah, it's like, granted, we don't like that he's forcing the envelope. A lot of people don't like that he's saying we got to get the vaccine because you got to take care of yourself. This and the third. He still has to understand a lot of people are unsure about it. A lot of people don't know how to feel about it. This shit just was kind of conjured up in a year. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people gonna feel that way. But he's also not wrong by, like, if you're not going to take the initiative to do anything for yourself, like how you saying? You're saying you're taking better care of yourself. That's a good thing. If you're not doing that shit, if you're not wearing your mask, you're not doing all that shit, of course people are going to push the envelope for getting the vaccine because y'all motherfuckers are so careless. You're not thinking about
it's all about
the end goal of this shit.
It's all about being cautious. The shit is for real. Like, everybody takes shit as a fucking joke. You know what I mean? Nobody takes shit serious no more. Like, you know what I mean? This shit is for real. People dying, choking off this shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, just take it serious. If people don't want you, people want you 6 feet apart, just be 6 feet apart. Right. You ain't got to be right on directly on the motherfucker for them to hear you. Just speak up.
If you at work and motherfuckers don't want you to be near them without a mask, respect that.
Right.
If you ain't vaccinated and motherfuckers don't really want to be that close to you, or motherfuckers don't want to come out like that because of the COVID, respect that. Don't get mad at these things. You got to understand that as we move on through this shit,
man, look,
we have to come up with a plan. You see how cool
pull
this
it
is?
up over your nose too, like, you know what I mean?
He had to demonstrate for you.
Don't walk around with it like this. Like, or this. Them both wrong. You put it over your nose. You know
now look, I have enlarged adenoids, so like me covering my nose makes hard breathe. So when I'm not around people, I do take it off my nose. But if I come around like guests, co-workers, or anything like that, I lift it up because it's needed. Because like I said, a lot of people are not comfortable with talking to you mask off.
Right.
And it should be easier to wear because it's when it get cold and you know.
You
can use it as like a scarf. You ain't got to wrap the scarf around you like a mummy. Like,
simple lifestyle.
Exactly.
I don't know. At the end of the day, I just really feel like when it comes to this pandemic shit and everything like that, we like how this is escalating and how this shit is gonna get resolved. All comes back on everybody else and how we all participate in this. If you don't want to take the vaccine, cool. Just mask the fuck up. If you do want to take the vaccine, go for it. And also still keep your mask up. At the end of the day, it all comes down to keeping everybody safe.
You know what I mean? And word of advice, stop giving everybody dap too. Because like, people go to the bathroom, they piss, touch themselves. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They don't wash their hands. Like,
there's some sick motherfuckers.
You can't give everybody dap.
I've been working in retail for over like almost 10 years now. Bro, I done seen it all.
Crazy.
It's some unsanitary motherfuckers in this world, bro. You just have to realize that.
Yeah, man.
You can't shake up with everybody unless you know like that motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Please do not just go and shake up with some random stranger on the street and thinking that they cleanly.
Right. Exactly.
Keep hand sanitizer around you at all times.
Niggas out here touching, you know what I mean? Niggas'
Man.
dick is dirty and they out here touching nasty pussies.
Motherfuckers out here touching the nastiest shit up in gas stations, bro. And then going back to their bitch crib, fingering them, bro. And then shake your hand probably the next day and hasn't washed their hands since they been in that pussy, dog. You gotta think about this shit, bro. It's all matter to the end of the day. Some cleanliness, bro. Cleanliness.
Facts. Okay.
That's all this.
Now we gonna move on.
All this pandemic is cleanliness, bro. If we clean, everybody do their part, we fine.
For real.
How we feel about it, we'll be fine. Don't ever say I didn't tell y'all nothing wise on this podcast.
Okay. So moving on. We got a topic, but we don't have a topic at the same time. We decided we're gonna talk about Tupac since it was his the 20th?
Fuck your bitch and the clinky clank.
I think the 20th anniversary of his passing.
He died in 96.
25th?
25th anniversary.
Yeah, 25th anniversary of his passing.
Damn.
My bad, I don't know. I've been drinking also.
I've been drinking.
But
Disbelief.
yeah, I mean, say whatever y'all feel y'all want to talk about. When y'all think about how Pac has impacted just y'all lives or just music.
Well, as far as music, I'm not biased. I love some Pac songs. I also ain't like the biggest Pac fan. And the same can be said for Biggie as well, because when one you associate the other.
Right.
But anyways, he is a generational rapper. It did transcend a lot of things that happened in his era. It's like how a lot of people put it like this, like you grow up with I don't have no comparison for Pac right now, but it's like how you grow up watching Michael Jordan take over the game of the 90s. Mm-hmm. But you have them people that say Bill Russell's better, like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, etc. You see how they all everybody has an argument of who's the GOAT and everything.
Right.
It's the same thing like how they do with Pac.
Mm-hmm.
They try to do that with how Biggie, Jay-Z, and all that shit. So that's where I was kind of laying in the thing. It's I love Pac, love me some Pac, love to listen to it if I hear it, but I'm not on the bandwagon. But anyway, I digress. The whole point of me saying that Pac is an influence to this game. There's a lot of people that wouldn't have done a lot of things, spit their own first bar, or even thought about the rap game, how they think about it, if it wasn't for hearing some shit that he had to say.
Right.
Or how he impact. It's all about how probably one of the most charismatic rappers to come to the game. Put it like that.
Right.
Come on, let's talk about the Biggie diss he did. My man come on the track and said, the first thing you hear, fuck you and the bitch you claim, nigga. My man.
That's why I fucked your bitch, you fag motherfucker.
You hear me? My man's he didn't do no talking. He got straight to the nitty gritty of it. He ain't sub rap it in there. He ain't side noted. None of that shit that rappers do today. Right. That man straight up said who he was talking about and said, I fucked your wife, fuck you, and the click you claim, all that shit in one note. Mm-hmm. That nigga transcended how rap has really been looked at, and that's why a lot of people really think that's actually why a lot of people look to beefs and verses like that. I still to this day, even if it has to be doing in memory, we should have a verses of a Biggie and a Pop verses on the verses, and just have people that's still around from their cliques and everything represent them. Mm. I think that'd be a good one to do too. Now that we go back to it, but overall, Pop, Transcender, wish you was still around to add more to the game. I really feel like an older Pop to just hop out on a verse or a track with somebody would be great.
I didn't grow up in the era in the 90s per se. I was still a kid, 3-4 years old and shit. But
I was
looking at
just
movies,
came out the coochie maybe a year after he passed.
Yeah, of course, you know. But that's what I'm saying is, from looking at movies and documentaries and just looking back, listening to his music and all that, from all that, gathering as much information as I can about Pac, what I can say is that he was a leader. He wasn't afraid.
That's the word I was looking for.
He wasn't afraid to stand on his ground. You know what I mean? Stand up for what he believed in. Everything he said, he wasn't afraid to back it up. Like, you know, that's what the world is missing, really. People that stand up for what they believe in. Stand up, just being a stand up people. Like, you know what I mean? The world is missing that. Stand up guys and stand up women. Like, we need all our leaders get killed. Tragically, you know. This shit goes back before we was even existed. When our parents was babies, you know what I mean? All our leaders get killed, and Pac was really the only one. He was the last one, really, the last great leader that we had, and he was a hip hop. You know what I mean? He was a rapper, like, you know what I mean. So it was much easier to identify with him than it was like a regular Black Panther or something, like, you know what I mean? I know people our age or younger ain't really gonna look back into that, but Pac is a really easy look up. It's really easy to learn about him, because, you know what I mean? Because he was a rapper. He was all about that, and his music is timeless. From, you know what I mean, listening to it, like, you'll never get tired of Pac. You can still bump in, put All Eyes on Me in. You can still listen to both discs.
I still bump I Get Around.
You know what I mean? You can still I Get Around, and Brenda's Got a Babies, and, you know what I mean, Keep Your Head Up. Messages that he said back in 91, 92, you can play that record today. Like, I Get Around and Dear Mama and Keep Your Head Up and all that shit. And you can still relate to that shit today, because it's like everything he was saying and doing and trying to, you know, lead black people to a better future. Everything that he was talking about, like, it's still today. There's situations that's still going on today. So, like, you can still get a positive message from listening to this man. Like, Doc, you know what I mean? You just got to do your Googles, man. Y'all look up everything else, man. Do your Tupac Googles, man. That ain't too far for y'all to look back on. It's only been 25 years. Yeah. He was 26 when he died. So, you know what I mean? He was still young. You feel me? I ain't telling y'all to go look up no old head. So,
I'm trying to tell you. Y'all act like y'all ain't never thought about Pac. Or y'all know you NLE Chopper listeners listen to Pac. He did a video inspired by Pac.
Right.
Come on, but, you know what I mean? But most people just glorify all that gangster shit and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Pac was more than just a gangster.
My man,
he was a leader. He was a positive speaker. You know what I mean?
He probably made, like, if not anything, helped rap beef and violence go down a little bit easier than what it is. Nowadays, we influence more violence than we do peace and rap. Sure,
since Kuda Buggin shot from the half court, I can't really top that shit. Okay, he turned into political James on me and shit. That's
I didn't know he was going political.
But nah, Pac always been a big inspiration to me, man. The first song I heard and still remember. It was crazy that I remember. I was 3 years old, probably at this time when Hail Mary came out. I remember my pops playing that shit. But yeah, like Pac was amazing, man. The lyrics, the production he was rapping over, like it's crazy that I still wonder, like, how he was able to do his last album that he was gifted us with Machiavelli, the 7 Day 3. I'm still amazed that he was able to create an album in 7 days. Because that takes a lot. First off, I know what I know how to create a great body of work. I didn't create it. A great body of work with one of the two people that y'all looking at right now on video and listening to on audio. So I feel like Pac was someone like inspiration to one of the best artists that we have right now, and that's Kendrick Lamar. He already told us how much he loves Pac through one of his albums, which was To Pimp a Butterfly, and how
I'm immortal, man.
Also he gave us an interview from Pac that
a possible interview that we will never get, but the fact that we got that close,
right?
Come on, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy that his influence is so strong, and it's crazy that like we could like listen to everything that Pac did now, from Strictly for My Niggas to All Eyes on Me, and we could play all that shit today, and it sound like it came out today. So I mean, you know, he's one of my biggest inspirations. I don't really say too much after that. And we can move on from that. I guess we can. Anybody got anything else? I don't really got nothing.
What's the favorite Pac song?
I struggle with a lot, but my favorite produced track that he was on was The Hearts of Men. That production was fucking amazing. Like, listen to that when y'all ride home tonight. Like the everything about that shit. Like the piano out of nowhere, the doom 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 doom. Like it comes on like all like you like really bobbing your head to that shit. And that piano was just like fucking amazing to me, man. That Hearts of Men, I listen to that all the time, man. That's like it's first song I go to before I go to anything else. Right after that is No More Pain.
Mine's I Get Around. It's like it's mainly it's the song itself, but it's the music video too. It's like that song just gives you a feel like you gotta have some fun while you're doing that shit. Like I'm all about having a good vibe and energy. That song just gives you a good vibe. Like that's a timeless song to me. Like you feel like you gotta go like when summer kick off, you gotta play that, speakers blasting on the way to the beach, kicking it with anybody. It's just like you around, you get around, you doing what you want to do. You kicking it with some bitches, you kicking it with some of your homegirls, you kicking it with some of your homies. Anything, it's just like that's a fun. That song just gives you fun time at any time. You play it in the day, you play it at night, whatever. That song will always like sit with me as like having fun. And then, what's the name? Hail Mary is a good one. And then my other favorite is, of course, the Baby disc. Because it's just like, who else comes out that strong on a diss track to me, G? I ain't heard no rapper come out that hard on a diss track. This nigga said, fuck this. I'm coming straight for this fat motherfucker. Close the book.
Another, one more thing about that Hearts of Men. I don't know what. I think it was a saxophone in there, if I'm not mistaken, or trumpet. I'm almost 100% certain it was a saxophone though in there somewhere. Where it was a lot. It wasn't right with that piano, but it was like on the tail end of the piano or somewhere in that instrumentation or in that. Damn, what am I thinking? I can't exactly think of what I'm about to say, but yeah, I know it was a saxophone in there too. That shit was crazy too. Whoever, I think that was Daz that produced that. I want to say it was Daz that made Hearts and Men, but man, that shit was crazy. Along with, I know we talking about Tupac right now, but Snoop got a song that I think Daz produced that Ray Vaughn, the new signee of TDE, rapped over. I forgot about that beat. I think Kuda Buggin should hop on that shit. I know what you know. Have you heard that freestyle? Oh my god, we gotta play that after this. Yeah, we're gonna have to play that after this. But go ahead and say what you were saying. My bad. You got a 2Pac shirt. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, you know I had to do it for the day.
Damn.
Gonna get y'all one, find y'all one.
Man.
Hold on a second. I'm 2Pac favorite records. I'm gonna say Temptations. And the other record was on the same album, man. I always forget the name of that shit. It say back in elementary, I thrived on Missouri. Left me alone. I grew up around the dying breed. Or something like that. I forgot the name of that song.
That's the dying breed, I think.
No, it ain't it. That's that liquor got me messed up, man. Hold on.
Come on, man. I use this excuse
It was
for a
on
reason.
Me Against the World.
Now y'all making it look bad.
It was a song.
So many tears.
So many. Yeah, it was.
So
it was
many tears.
That's a great one.
Yeah, that was a great one, man.
Side note, Silky John, you gonna watch this later. I'm frying your ass on Snap because your ass want to be light skinned ass nigga. Look at that nigga. Look at him. Taking it back to 2011, huh, buddy? I'm finna take your ass. I'm sorry, continue.
Oh man,
That's pretty much it.
so many tears and shit, man. That was. I got him. What's the He did a lot, man. What's his favorite? What's your favorite Pac movie?
Juice.
That's so typical to say.
I mean, if it ain't Juice, it's Poetic Justice, and then it's the basketball movie.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, I like Juices because like.
Yeah, Juice was just on another level.
His attitude,
it was quotable.
His
it was
attitude,
quotable.
his demeanor.
Yeah, so yeah, I can see why people.
He felt more like himself
Juice
in this movie.
Right. Yeah.
Poetic Justice felt like he was trying to be like a thug.
I believe Pac didn't give a fuck when he said
exactly.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't. The face he gave. I don't give a fuck. My man's looked in his eyes and told you.
They underrated his performance in Above the Rim, though.
Yeah.
He wasn't the main star of the movie, but you know what I mean?
He was in Gridlock too.
Yeah. Gridlock, I gotta take a second look at that.
Yeah.
But he took over, he took over every scene he was in Above the Rim. Y'all wanna rank his albums?
I'd rather not.
Because it's like
That's for okay, because the only reason why I don't want to is because the second disc on All Eyes on Me wasn't as strong as the first disc. That's the only reason why. And what else? Strictly for My Niggas is like too dated.
Yeah. Well, the first two is
Yeah.
2pac's Now. I mean, it's a few records on both albums.
Right, yeah, it is. But yeah, I'd rather not. I just know that. I mean, the most recent ones you can definitely play today, and like, damn, did that come out yesterday? You know, shit like that. You know?
transcendent rapper for days, like you said, a leader.
That's what that's what the world needs, not just rap music. We need more leaders, man. Everybody on this following path, like you want to do what everybody else is doing. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody just dare to do something different. Dare to be yourself. Everybody want to be like the next motherfucker. Like, it's like you tease like smart kids and shit. Get teased in school, like, you know what I mean? They get teased for being smart. If you're black going to school, like going to public school, you get teased for being smart and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's certain shit that like that should stop. Like, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers like, you know what I mean? Congratulate a motherfucker for being smart. Knowing how to read and shit. Like, what's wrong with picking up a book?
And it is worse now than it is now. Like how, like, you know, back in the day, like more so you you were gonna strive and succeed off your morals and everything like that. Now we're in the era where like we can strive off of like not even to come at us, but like where we can strive off podcasts, TikToks, YouTube and stuff like that. We don't have to put in effort, but we're not putting in like the same effort like someone is that going years to go into school to be a doctor or a psychologist and shit of that nature. It's at the end of the day, it's like now that it's like in this generation alone, it's looked down upon to try and go to school and stuff. Cause now niggas looking at you like, oh, this nerdy ass nigga. Like it's like worse because motherfuckers think they can do anything. Motherfuckers like feel like I ain't gotta do all that school shit. I can be a rapper. And it's like
it's more.
Y'all try to make it not. It's like they try to make it not okay to like go and be a book smart person.
It's okay to want to be a doctor or be a lawyer. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. Like, you know what I mean? It's okay to want to be a construction worker, an architect, you know, an engineer, shit like that. It's okay to want to be behind the scenes. Like, black people got to realize, like, we want to teach the kids. Like, you got more than just 2-3 job options. Like, you could be more than the football, basketball, rapper and
singer.
actor. You know what I mean? You got more options out here than just do them things. I mean, yeah, that shit look cool. You know what I mean? But you never know what go on behind the scenes. The shit that they asking these people to do. Just to be put on, just to keep being seen. Like, it's so much shit you gotta go through, so much shit you gotta do, and don't nobody want to tell you about.
And think about it. While you really thinking about all this lifestyle stuff, you really come at, like, there's doctors and psychologists and everything that makes money, and even more money off of what these rappers and actors and all that stuff doing because they need teams for this stuff. They get their shit cut in percentages and stuff. Every rapper is going to need some form of producer. Every actor is going to need some director or videographer or anything of that nature just to get seen. Any TikTok star is going to need a phone or camera or anything made by somebody that's doing all the engineering and technological stuff. These jobs that are glorified, they need stuff.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with being a producer.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Not just a music producer either. You know what I mean?
Right. And you can be a web designer. You know how many people want websites so they can strand their brand? Literally, you could do a couple websites. You could and even if you want to stay in that music category, there's people that need songwriters. Think about it.
Oh yeah,
artists like Neo, Sway Lee, and stuff like that.
It's okay
they thrived off songwriting.
Like, you know what I mean? Not to, you know what I mean? Just, I mean, it's okay to write books. It's okay to be a news reporter. It's okay to write about sports. Be a sports writer. You know what I mean? It don't have to, like I say, it's more options than just music and sports. That's all I'm trying to get to.
At the end of the day, man, remember, don't let people glorify the life of these things that look so cool. It's even cooler to do the other shit that people don't want to do. Make sure you want to do your own lane. Like, at the end of the day, if it's what you want to do, then it's what you want to do. Not because other people made it look cool and that's what you want to do now. That's what's going on. It's
just be different, man. It's okay to, like,
not just be different. Be yourself.
Yeah, most definitely. Right. It's okay to wear a pair of Adidas instead of a pair of Nikes and Jordans and shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's okay to pick up a pair of lugs and, you know what I mean?
It's okay to go to Burlington instead of going to like Uniqlo and fucking Route 21 and everything. You don't have to go to all these. You don't have to go to Gucci, Louis, and all that shit to be cool.
Stop the bullying, pretty much, because I mean it's okay to every
internet
kid
or in person. Cut it out.
Every kid's parent can afford that expensive shit. Like, you know what I mean? So you never know what a person is going through. Like, you know what I mean? They might want that fancy shit, but their parents can't afford it. You know what I mean? They might be in a situation where they can't afford that shit. You teasing them can cause them to want to shoot some shit up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You cause
can be to blame for motherfuckers turning into
you
savages.
cause more than what you cause more than what you help.
We went from talking about Tupac to
Because I mean,
talking to the kids.
it needs to be
Ain't nothing wrong.
addressed.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though.
It needs to be addressed.
This is the type of conversations that I believe if Tupac was alive, this is the type of conversations that I believe we will be having more of.
You know what I mean? And parents, to the parents, just because, like, and it's like we're saying this to like kids and people and stuff of that nature that will probably get this and stuff. This also goes to you too. You don't have to go out and buy your kid everything they want and more just to keep up with other kids. That kid can grow off of simple stuff. Like, example, Nick, I'm pretty sure none of us got like the newest system when it first came out. You waited till either a Christmas or the Christmas or after that. And it may have been a little old.
Right.
But you still got it. At the end of the day, don't go and stress yourself and like try to hold a facade for anything.
Right.
We hold a facade to try and keep up with what's going on in life.
You need more fathers and father figures. Point blank period.
Man.
You know what I mean? Because, like, I got 2 stepdaughters. I only been a step parent for like a year. But it's shit that I notice, like shit that I tell them, or it might just be like giving them, like, even though they 4 and 5, even though it's like shit that I tell them, like, if I give them game, like if I give them the same type of advice that my pops gave me, it's like a few days ago by and they repeat some shit that I told them, and I'd be like, yo, I ain't even know you was really listening. You know what I mean? So a man's role in a kid's life, little girls and boys, is very important. Like, you know what I mean? Because they need, like, you know what I mean? They may give a mother a hard time because they need the father to be there. It's only so much a mother can do. You know what I mean? I get that mothers are strong. You know what I mean? I respect all mothers out
They
there.
are some of the strongest people you know.
Especially single mothers, you know what I mean? I
girls
respect
are
them to
mothers.
death.
Y'all are some strong beings.
A male presence is very much needed.
Indeed.
In
Indeed.
the kid's life. A male's presence needs to be there. Like, they kids hang on the shit that their parent, I'm gonna say it's an uncle, big brother, big cousin, father, stepfather, whatever. Like, they hang on the words. They hang on the shit that you tell them. They hang on that advice. That shit, you know what I mean? That shit sticks with them. So if you telling them to do right, may stick to them more than their mother telling them to do right. You know what I mean?
And adding on to that, you think just because they little or something, they may not remember this shit. They hold on to this shit. It could be children that be like 1 or 2 years old and you leave out their life. They'll hold on to that shit and carry that into their adulthood. You got, at the end of the day, whether it be a father, mother, or just a person in general, at the end of the day, we need more influence in the world instead of influencers. And there's a difference in that, if y'all get that difference.
If you're an influencer, do a better job of influencing. Because, you know what I mean? You go take a job title, but y'all ain't really qualified for the job title that you have. Like, you know what I mean? How you gonna be an influencer and you ain't influencing people to do bullshit?
I understand y'all get paid by these companies and stuff, but take time out of your own personal to add an influence that someone might actually need.
Fuck what you getting paid, man. Man, you tell me what your message is. What's the message?
Like, I understand, do your sponsorship, but like I said, like, do what you gotta do because that's technically your job or whatever. But outside of that, when you're not doing a sponsorship, take a time out the day to hit your followers and stuff like that and tell them some common modern day knowledge that you learned or something like that. Give them something to actually like piggyback off of. Because a lot of people take that into consideration into their lifestyles and their choices.
Right.
I just want to
open your mind.
Right, I just want to end it with, you know what I mean, knowledge. With some knowledge and love, man. You know what I mean? I love my people, man. I just want y'all, like, we got to get it together. We got to do better. I'm going to keep beating that drum every single week. You know what I mean? Because the drum need to be beat. We got to do better than what we doing. Straight up.
Right.
These cold, hard facts that your mommy ain't teaching.
Man, we ain't call ourselves the cold hard facts for nothing now.
Right.
For nothing.
Exactly. So, yeah, I ain't got to say too much else.
Tell your mama and daddy what Uncle Kuda and Uncle Martin Madness taught y'all today. And Uncle DNA too, even though he off screen, you know. He want to be Vlad TV today.
Yeah, I'm off camera today, but that's fine. They can hear me.
It's a disbelief what you hear on this podcast.
Shout out to Disbelief. We done showed y'all about a whole lot.
A whole lot.
So I'm like, you know what I mean? I feel the promotion. Promote your business, but you feel me? Like we gonna need a sponsorship or something if we gonna keep doing this. You know what I mean? We gonna need a little bit of money. I don't mean to be money hungry, but this is a business. You feel me? So we gonna keep throwing this up. You know what I mean? Tell their ass, you know what I mean? Break some bread, my nigga.
Because when you hear things in life, you might be in a little disbelief. So take a drink.
Right. So yeah, I ain't gotta say too much else. We see y'all next week.
We gonna be talking about strippers and shit next week.
No, we're not.
Strippers!